with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving and brain food to help you focus. Dubby Energy Drinks keeps you going with enough energy to get you through your hectic days and have some energy to spare. Remember that feeling? No jitters and no crashing at 2 in the afternoon. Just focus and energy. Go to www.dubby.gg now and order any one of the delicious flavors, including the only energy drink that you mix with milk, s'mores flavor. At checkout, use the code MTN Mysteries and get 10% off your order. Unleash your potential. You asked for it? Now here's your chance to support their stories. The Mountain Mysteries and Gatherings merchandise. Scared Lloyd t-shirts starting at only $20 each from sizes small through XL. 2X and up are only $25 and you pick the design. Special edition memorial shirts are $30 each in sizes small through XL and $35 each for 2X and up. Plus ball caps are only $18 each. To order, go to facebook.com/The Mountain Mysteries or contact us at the Mountain Mysteries Facebook Messenger. Stay mysterious. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt for me to turn on the video, would it? Hmm. Well, happy Halloween. I hope all the ghosties are home and safe and hope that they loaded up on treats tonight. I got to be a part of something tonight that was so cool. I actually went down with Stace to her brother's place, Grady, and got to see all kinds of really cool trick or treat costumes. And really, it did my heart more good than I could think because, with what we deal in and what we do, there's once in a while, you got to be reminded to live. And seeing these kids running around trick or treating and the parents that love these kids so much, safeguarding them and making sure they were okay. And wonderful people like Marcel and Grady and so many other people that were out there in the cold handing out treats to these little ghosties and these little goblins and SpongeBob. We even saw Cartman. I was waiting on him to say respect my authority or something like that. So I was kind of like, this is just so cool. But it did me good to see that. It did. And it was just completely awesome. So Stace is here tonight. She's with us. And I know I didn't get to say it earlier on the way back, but thank you for that. Thank you for having me along with that. That was just great. Yeah, it's that time, where voices start to get congested and all that. So, yes, this is my Robin mug. Some people call him Boba Fett. I call it my Robin mug. So, with that being said, Cartman is awesome. Big shout out to some of the people in the chat room, including Brittany, Cecil, Carrie, Kelly. Hey, Kelly. Let's see, who else do we have? Sally. The audio here seems to be working okay, so might want to check settings on your computer or something like that. And as far as I know, everybody else can hear me. I mean, my consoles and all this jibber jabber stuff up here seems to be working pretty good. So hopefully Sally gets that worked out pretty quick. And let's see, who else do we have in the chat? Wanda Hale. Hey, Wanda. Let's see. Oh, there she is. Chelsea. It's so good to see you, babe. Sending you all my love. Let's see here. Kayla. Kayla is awesome. Let's see here. Tracy. Okay. And we've got, and as we go through the chat tonight, I'll say hey to you guys as, as other people come in. Diane. And let's see here. Lloyd, of course. Spray Art Girl from Florida. We know who that is, Spray. It's great to see you, though, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well. Crystal Burke, research extraordinaire. And I was going to say hi to host. Well, that would be me. I would say hi to myself, but I know I won't answer. I'll probably pull a disappearing act on my ass. Carrie Blevins. And let's see, who else do we have? Sally, I hope that you get that audio. Deanna, it's great to see you. Jane, Ralph, Jenna Frazier. It's always good to see you. Steph and Maddie. Okay, so let's get to it. Tonight we do have a special guest, and I'm getting ready to get to him first. He has been involved in paranormal investigations for some time. Him and our Stacia actually have worked together on several occasions, and we are going to get to him here in just a second. But first off, I want you to understand that this isn't about being spooky necessarily, but it's to show you that life and death, they do go hand in hand together. Death doesn't mean the death of the soul. It just means the death of the body. The soul goes on. It's eternal. That's the way God designed us. We're here for a short time to maybe learn something that we didn't learn previously, or maybe learn an experience or have experiences that we didn't have. And it really is a gift from God. This life is a gift from God. But when this comes to an end, no matter the reason, it goes on. Your loved ones are all around you every day. And they're easy to see. You ever have a hummingbird come close to you? A cardinal? Now, typically, Kentucky is not unknown for cardinals. But yesterday morning, I had three cardinals sitting on my back patio table. 3. Now, you think about that for a minute. Who could they have been? I'd like to think that one was my mom. Maybe one was my dad. Maybe one was Robin. Or maybe one was Trevor. When we are consumed by grief, we can't see anything but that grief. It's a fog. It's a thick, misty fog, and it blocks our sight. It blocks our sight from what God wants us to see that is right in front of us. And make no mistake, God is very real. And he loves us very, very much, more than we can possibly put into words. We can't, because our minds just can't wrap around that kind of thing. And we are all connected. That's a reason why I've got umpteen stepdaughters. Or not stepdaughters, but I guess that's what you'd call them. A lot of Allie's friends, a lot of they're Cody's friends. I've adopted Des. I've adopted Kay, even though he's not a female. And now I look at Chelsea like that. Sophie. That list goes on. I don't have to meet you to love you. You're a human being. You've got hopes and your dreams. And I try to keep in mind if somebody's having a bad day, they have a bad day. We all have them. I do. Today was a rough day for Stacia and I both. But we did it. We did what we had to do out of love. Even Lloyd's worth it. Gotta say that. I gotta pick on Lloyd. But I got to reunite with an old friend that I've not seen in a long time. And just hugging him again. That was worth the trip just by itself. We're all unique individuals made in the image of God. And make no mistake about this. I promise you, and I'm certain of it, as certain as I am sitting here, drinking hot chocolate out of a mug that somebody I love very dearly got for me. You will see them again. Now, I don't know the whole story behind what you're getting ready to see, but we're going to bring on the individuals that do know the whole story behind what you're getting ready to see. So I'm going to shut up and let you watch it, and you tell me what you think. But remember, I promise you, life goes on after this.
Touch it, Cora.
Better not touch it.
She make you mad?
If she made you mad, you know how to get back at her? Go touch it. Or touch these lights up here. That'll make her real mad. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Tracy, are you mad?
Yeah.
She pissed.
Oh.
See? Good deal. Thank you.
That was twice for no.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Will you play with this? Will you roll the ball off though?
Please. Light up on these lights if you want me to roll them again.
If you can roll it, you can go faster than this ball. We'd like to see it. I know you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
That's the refrigerator.
Francis, will you touch these lights here on the floor for me? The purple lights one more time, buddy. You line them up for me? You want to do the Algebra station here? Oh! Oh, look, he drained him again! That's
Right
3
before the last astronaut section.
Yep.
Remember?
You got it on video? Did you get all
Yeah.
that on video?
I got
Holy shit!
That's 3 sets of batteries in 2 days. Wow.
So, out of the ballpark. All right, you ready? On the count of 3. You can do this. I know you can. A chance to win a doll. You gotta win it. You can do it one more time, and then we will go get you a doll if you want a doll. 1, 2, 3.
Good job, Stacy!
Absolutely awesome. Are you freaking kidding me?
She deserves 2 dolls.
That is absolutely awesome.
Sarah,
Good
thank
job,
you
baby.
so much, honey. Thank you so much.
Right, you ready? Count of 3. You can do this. I know you can. A chance to win a doll. You gotta win it. One more time, man. We'll get you a doll. 1, 2, 3.
Good job, Stacy!
Absolutely awesome. trouble, you come and you let us know, and we'll take care of it. Oh, thank you.
Wow. Good job, baby. Oh my God, dude.
You know, I was reading some of the chats in there, and people were saying amazing and things like that, and it is.
It is.
But it's not on the same token. To me, it is amazing, but it's not surprising. Look, God never intended for us to come here and do whatever, and boom, that's it, fade into nothingness. That's not how this works. So it doesn't surprise me. And I was reading earlier where Crystal had said that her and her daughter had been experiencing a lot of butterflies and seeing butterflies and things like that. I do think that people let us know through things that are relatively easy for them at first, things like butterflies, hummingbirds, and for whatever reason, and I don't know why, I don't even have a theory as to why, but it seems to be easier for people to manifest coming back that way. I guess one day I'll find out. But I'm telling you what I'm going to do. Half of y'all, I'm going to pop into your shower and go, haboo. And I'm really going to, I'm going to screw with Lloyd in ways that he can't even possibly imagine.
You should.
I'm going to be sitting there poking him and going, hey, 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 what? Nothing. hey, hey, hey. Just because we do it that way. But a great big hats off to Ghost Hunter guys. Now,
Yes.
one of the people, Stace, you've worked with these guys.
Me and John go back many, many years.
Yeah. And we've actually had John on the show a while back. And John and I got to know each other because years ago, and I'm talking over 2 decades, I'd say, I started having issues that I could not explain going on in my house. And I'm not exactly sure how it was I came across John, but come to find out, he investigated things like this, and he looked into these things, and he brought a whole team with him. And within being there in a couple of hours, he was like, yeah, you got some stuff going on. And, then we brought in, that's how I met Kelly, and that's how I met Bill, and that's how I met so many people. And that was really what I'd always been kind of interested in it. And I'll tell you who got me started in that. She's sitting right there, Stace, because she started having experiences when she was just a little girl, when she was just a little kid. And anyways, John brought in this equipment I'd never heard of before. Not paranormal, but microphones that were super sensitive in one direction, and all these other things. And he conducted EVPs, and the entire time, I thought I was going to get hit with a bill because they were extremely professional. And there was never a bill charge. He said, we don't charge people today. He said, I want to know the truth just as much as you do. And I just thought that was completely awesome. So I'd like everybody to, into the chat room and wherever you're watching this at, welcome in with the Ghost Hunter guys. He's a big part of the team, ladies and gentlemen, John Marshall.
Welcome.
John, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy.
Happy All Hallows Eve, everybody.
Yep, happy Hallows Eve, man. Happy All Hallows Eve. Perfect time of year for you, isn't it?
Oh yeah, this weather sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, it's kind of like Lloyd's personality, cold, wet, and dreary. So it's.
Oh wow.
Sorry, buddy, I got to pick on you, so you know how that goes. But of course, anybody in the chat room that wants to ask John a question or anything like that, feel free to. Now, you caught a good part of that footage in Perryville, which is in, help me out, what county?
Boone County, I believe.
Oh, okay. And that's where is that one of the more active locations that you've dealt with?
Those videos that you played there, half of those are at the Thomas house in Red River, Tennessee.
Okay.
And the other one is from the Stafford house in Paintsville.
That's really close by us. Yeah.
Yeah, and every location we've been to, we've caught something, and I don't even know how to explain it, man. All this stuff that we've captured here this time around has been it's like, okay, the first time we were doing this, we got barely nothing. And I'm not complaining at all. Trust me, I'm not complaining. Very happy with the results that we've got. But with this the turnaround now, it's like, man, after I got rid of my attachment and got back into this, 16 years of this now altogether, Boyle County, I'm sorry.
Boyle, okay.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's like I'm a beacon, and Stacia can go more in depth with that here in just a minute, because
Oh, she is a big. Stacia's a freaking lighthouse.
you know
She is a lighthouse.
well,
I mean, yeah, I've seen that
she
firsthand.
can explain about me here in just a minute. All this stuff now that I'm trying to accept, and I've been more open to it now, and I've seen it work firsthand, and I'm pleased with it. If I need to be a voice for somebody, then I will. I don't care if I have to go in deep detail to do whatever I have to make sure this is the right person I'm talking to. I will do whatever I have to. If there's a certain nickname, a certain code word that they use,
You know, one of the things that I thought was so awesome, and one of my favorite videos that we played. I love them all, but when I saw that ball come rolling down the hallway, and all of a sudden it just took a hard angle to the right, I was like, okay, I can explain it coming down the hall by gravity, because you know me, I've always been the open-minded skeptic, is what I like to say. But when that ball suddenly shifted direction and it just went from straight to a hard right, like a child had kicked it, I'm sitting there thinking, gravity ain't gonna do that.
well,
It
on
takes force to do that.
that video, there is like a little dresser that's right there. You can see it.
Yeah.
But the trajectory of the way the light it hit that thing and it kicked over. But here's the thing. We were communicating with a little girl named Sarah who's at the Thomas house, and she's notoriously there. She's always been there.
So she's well known.
She died at a very young age due to some type of stomach ailments. I don't know if it was cancer. I don't know if it was pancreatitis. I don't know what it was, But she is very prominent there. She's very, very. She will let you know.
Yeah, I see that she pretty much run the roost, I think.
So, as the ball was rolling, we told her, "Hey, if you can follow this ball, light these lights up, I have to buy her a doll. I have to get her $2 now because she's very active. She did a lot of stuff there with us, actually. She lit every one of those lights up, and I was like, man, oh man,
Well, she's a little girl. She wants some dolls. Tell me that you got the dolls.
I'm getting them.
Okay, good.
I am going to get them when we go back. We are going to go back to the Thomas house, and we're planning on staying 2 nights.
Okay, that's awesome.
And it's
well, you've got people welcoming you in the chat room, including Chels. She said it's so awesome to meet you. Heather, welcome in, Heather. I hope that you'll be a regular part with us. We'd love to see you all the time here. Hey, Ghostbuster John. That is from one of my adopted, Kayla. I love Kayla. Karen Lynn Isaac Thompson. Hello, everyone. Stacia, love you so much, from Candace. And Heather said that she did it twice. She did a great job. Can't wait to go back. Yeah, when I saw, and I don't know if it was Heather or who it was that said, we need to get Sarah $2. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going to buy her a freaking box of Barbies.
Yeah, Heather.
Sarah rocks. She's awesome.
Heather caught that on video. I just had a wheel. I was like, please videotape this just in case. I said, because I don't want this to.
Right.
I just had a whim. And it was. She did it twice, man, and she came around, and we told her that the Watchman's not going to bother you. Which one of the Cloyd brothers is the Watchman there, and he's also the Whistler, which we got the Whistler on video too. Okay. I actually heard him later on that night, which kind of startled me a little bit. Coming to hear whistle out of nowhere at night, and that's the only place, man. I would say this right now. That's the only place that I ever felt uneasy sleeping in. And I've been at Waverly Hills. I would take a backpack and just whatever I got in my backpack and sleep at Waverly Hills right now. I would go there right now and sleep.
Me too.
Now, Thomas house is a different story.
Well, I'd probably sleep out in my SUV in the parking lot, but yeah, that's okay. And now, if I've got you and Stace with me, I'm fine with it because I am not a paranormal investigator. I have said this 1,000 times. I don't know what I'm doing, but I count on people that I love and that love me and that's around me to make sure that I'm going to stay safe. And you and Faith would, or you, I saw Faith come in, so I'm sorry, I got Faith on my mind now. But you and Stace would be right up there among them. I trust you guys. I know that you guys know what you're doing, and I'd be okay with going. But I'd also expect to see some serious shiznit because I'm going to make a statement and then I'm going to ask you guys to either agree or disagree. Spirits are people without the bodies.
100%. I've said that since
So,
day one.
yes, I do remember you saying that to me. There's plenty of beds there, Chris. That's okay. That's okay. I've got this good size SUV, big Santa Fe, and I'll just take me an air mattress and blow it up in the back. And no, then I'll probably stretch out and then I'll hit, get out. Too bad I can't stay, Stace. See ya. So Lloyd would hang you. Yeah, Lloyd would probably. Lloyd, I don't even know that Lloyd would go into the parking lot.
I could cuddle you and make you feel better.
Wow.
Well, thank you, Sugar Puff. I appreciate that. So it's it's
$20 is $20 these days.
That day.
We were
It's gas money, man. It's sandwich money. So there you go. It's money for Big Macs, Lloyd. One of the big things and one of the big reasons I had you on tonight. Yeah, number one, it's Halloween, but there's more than that.
Yeah.
Faith and I always talk about this life goes on. And we deal a lot with people who have just lost people that they love.
Right.
What we don't see because of our physical forms, this denseness that we're in. And I hate to do this, guys, but I'm sorry, but I can't think of any better way to put it. Anybody that's Gen X, you'll know this movie, The Empire Strikes Back. There's a scene where Yoda, the little green guy with the cute ears, looks at Luke and he says, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Or maybe it was Return of the Jedi did. I don't know. But at any rate, what he was saying is we're spiritual beings. We're not this.
Yeah.
In every case, NDE, near-death experience that I've studied, and I've studied a lot of them, that's actually what got Stacia onto this show, and she became my better half quick. Because I had her on an episode of this show, this very show, talking about that life after death. You remember that, Stace?
Absolutely.
Every case, people describe a feeling of utter love that they cannot describe, a feeling of utter acceptance, and not a judgment. But, okay, let's say that I said something at some point in my life, and I never have, to John. But let's say it's something cruel. On Life Review, I go back and I see and I hear, and I'm right there in that moment. And when I say whatever I said to John that was cruel, I feel exactly what he felt in that moment. I feel that pain. Let me tell you something about words. They're freaking sharp and they hurt. Mm-hmm. Or they also have the power to heal. And they have the power to promote positivity. A kind act, a kind word goes so far. And you also get that too in the Life Review. This life does go on. If you've recently lost somebody you love and you know who I'm talking to, remember that. Because the person I'm talking about, her Life Review had to have been awesome. She was nothing but love and kindness. And you will see her again. I promise you. As sure as I sit here, it's not a thing that I have faith in. It's a thing that I know. I feel it in my soul. If I've ever felt anything, I feel that. And you all will. There's not a one of you in here that's watching this right now, be it live or recorded, that has not been affected or touched by loss. Maybe it was a mom or a dad. Maybe it was a best friend. Maybe it was a girlfriend or a boyfriend, husband or a wife. Maybe, God forbid, maybe it was a child. You're seeing them little kids tonight. And I'll take the time right now to do this again. Thank you, Stace, for that tonight.
Thanks for going with me.
Well, seeing those kids and seeing that little ninja,
That's my baby.
Noah, cute as a button. And man, he was just awesome. And seeing the Cartman, I kept waiting to say, respect my authority. And, but my favorite one remains the most creative one I saw was this kid dressed up as a job application. And I thought, now that is way above cool. I said, that is just awesome. And it reminded me, Stace, you and I, baby, and John, probably you too, brother. We get caught up sometimes living in death's moment. We need to not forget how to live while we're here too. And remember that while we honor those who have passed and we love them, let's honor those who are still here and love them too. That's why I've got no problem with telling everybody in this chat room, Heather, I've never met you. Heather, I love you. I ain't got no problem saying it.
I love her too.
And Chelsea, you know I love you. I'm crazy about you. You are so much of your mommy. My God.
My baby girl too.
Yeah. And your kids, and it just goes on. Kelly. Yeah, it said job application. And that was funny too, because I was thinking people her age actually know what a job
It was a big poster and it had job application right on it and it had like
Stace and I both got a kick out of it.
And her little face was in the middle.
I looked over at your brother Grady, and Grady was like, and I said,
You know, some would be like, hey, what's that?
Yes, you're absolutely right. How many job applications have you filled out, John? I filled out a bunch when I was trying to go to work legally at 15. And I was able to get in at 15, but you know, the hours were restricted because of school and stuff. But I mean, I've worked since I was 14, 15, and Sharon Barron just joined us. Hello, Sharon. Good to have you in here. And going up through there, I hope Mary Ray is going to be working closely with is that right, Stace?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be working closely with 606 and Chris Slone Media, getting us some cases and things, to talk about. And speaking of which, I want to throw this out there, and this is probably going to burn some of y'all's bacon. The attorney for M.K. McKinney III is put in a motion to get his bond reduced again. That's the same dog and pony show that we just went through, and the judge denied it, rightfully. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I've got to mention that. Kim Underwood Bradley. Talk about
girl.
She's beautiful. She is just so sweet. I love Kim.
She's a little bit rotten.
Excuse me?
She's a little on the rotten side too.
Well, I mean, that's your sister, so so you know, one thing on the other. Now, John, out of the cases, and I'm going to ask Stace the same question because, of course, Stace founded and pretty much raised she did raise 606 Paranormal. Out of the cases that you guys have done, is there one that stands out to you that is probably the most frightening? John, we'll start with you, as you think.
Frightening?
Yeah, I mean, something that just made you say, "Oh, okay, wait a minute."
Oh man,
I mean, something that really made you think maybe I should get out of here. And if nothing comes to mind, that's okay too.
The only time I'm honestly no, because I don't back down.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't learn anything if you do, I guess.
There's a couple times that, you know, my team has got spooked because something has happened, but it's nothing been to the point where, you know, it's going to drag us out and all that stuff. If I felt any type of harm, and I would know when I got there, as soon as I got there, I'd be like, no, my team's not stepping in. Me and Rob's the ones that's coming in. I would not put nobody on my team to any jeopardy whatsoever, period. I'd put myself before you or anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. I'd put myself in front of you. I would take it in a heartbeat.
Unless it's a doorbell, you're going to have to tell me that one, John. I don't. Heather just mentioned that in the chat room. Unless it's a doorbell, I don't. Apparently, there's
Oh
a
my
story
God.
here because look at him. He's got that look on his face like I cannot believe she just brought that up.
Look, I don't get spooked at all, hardly. I hardly ever get spooked
Well, you've been doing it for
whatsoever.
a long time, yeah.
Yeah, and nothing gets to me normally unless it's, there's a story I'll talk about here in a little while that really got to me that I had to take a break and step out because, I know exactly a place that really got me. But I'll talk
Okay.
about this here in a minute. Yeah, we had a guy coming to the Stafford house the other night, and he said it was Jeremiah's brother, and he said, "I'm gonna come by," and I said, "Okay." And I got up and moved into the other room where I normally don't sit at, and I was getting hassled anyway, like I normally do. I feel like Lloyd on my team. I swear to God, I do. And they,
Okay, I got it. We got Scared Lloyd. Now we got Jumping John.
yeah. Oh, jumping! Don't say that. There you go, Chris. Now see, there you go. Now there's another nickname.
Dude, I got to go with what talent God gave me. Okay. And it's
Oh,
like when he
God.
was making me, he said, "You, number one, make me very nervous. Number two, we're going to give you a really big mouth. People are going to hear you across the valley." Turns
So,
out, yeah.
and I'll post the video. You can go watch it on our TikTok page. I don't care if you can't laugh at your own self and have fun with this.
That's
At
right.
this point, then
That's
you
right. I have people all the time walk up to me and they say, and John, you've met me in person. We've hung out together. We've been friends for years. Stace grew up with me. I have people walk up to me all the time. You sound like you're 6'5" on the air. And I'm like, yeah, I've not heard that before.
Hey, is my mic cutting in and out, guys?
Yes.
You had a little bit of interference going on.
What about
It's
now?
like
Does it sound
trying to
okay?
come
No,
through.
you sound clear as a bell now.
I wonder what it is. I'll keep
Someone's
talking.
talking.
Well, I mean, think about the
Hear
topic
it?
of conversation we're on.
I don't know. I'm
We have
using my
had
phone.
things, my camera glitches from time to time. My lights have turned on and off when we talked about April Renee. All
I'll
kinds of
try it
things
this way and
happen.
see what happens.
And I
No, it's
mean,
still
over
doing it.
there, every time Lloyd walks into the room, a doll seems to move. But then again, I think that he's had an illicit affair with one or two of them.
No.
So,
But yeah. So I was sitting there, and then the doorbell rang, which I've never heard the doorbell ring at that place ever. And dude, I came across that other room. I could have run a 5K race that night after that happened. I mean, I was jumping.
I'm not
John
laughing
Flash.
at you. I'm laughing with you.
Right.
Because let me tell you,
right.
I would have either been, let me tell you, I don't have to be the fastest. I just got to be faster than the slowest.
That's exactly
Okay.
right.
So I'm sitting there thinking, dude, I'm not, no, I ain't going to sit there and make fun of you over that. No, because I'm that very guy. And I promised Tony, Lorraine's son-in-law, that when I interviewed her, I would not talk about Amityville. And I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, they walked in. I said, what was it, second or third day there? That it wasn't the DeFeos. That they were the original people who lived in the house. The Lutz, George and Kathy Lutz.
Yeah.
I said that George heard, "Get out." So why the hell did he stay? And Tony started laughing. I said, Tony, I'd have been out that house right to, baby, I love what you've done with the place. I love the paint and the curtains and the wall. Get out. Too bad we didn't stay, baby.
Yeah.
So the location for me that really got me is, again, I'll go into this in just a little bit. I had an attachment and I fought with it for a good year and a half, and when I finally got rid of it, I became very in one with the ground. I'll say that. I'm real grounded now. I can tell you anything, well, not anything, but I can tell you before I get to a place if it's good or if it's not. She's seen me. Stacia seen me.
I've seen Stacia do that, yeah.
We went to Octagon Hall, which, again, if there's any paranormal researchers in here, do yourself a favor and go to Octagon Hall in Franklin, Kentucky. It's worth your time. That is by far, like, that's in my top 3 favorite places to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
We went back, and it'd been a very long time since we've been there to begin with. But we went back, and I said I want to go to that barn because 6 months prior to us going to that, I kept having a dream about a guy that was in the barn, and he was very angry. He's very, very angry. I could see exactly what he had on his face. I could tell exactly what this guy looked like. And before we got to the actual property, we went to go meet with Billy, a buddy of ours down in Franklin, hang out with him for a couple hours and talk to him. Before I got out of that freaking building, 4 people told me out of nowhere, said, don't go to that barn. Don't go to the barn. 4 people
And of course, that's the first place you went.
No. This is the very first investigation that I've ever done to where my gut even told me to don't go. Because the whole night it felt like something was just chasing me, like it was absolutely, poking at me. Like, come on. That's the first time I've ever backed off from going somewhere. And I've always said, you better listen to your gut.
Yes.
If your gut tells you don't go somewhere, don't freaking go. If your gut, especially ladies out there, if your gut says, don't go with this guy tonight, do not go. I don't care how much he butters you up and says, oh, baby doll, bullshit, don't. Sorry.
No. Makes perfect sense
go.
to me.
Because
that's the same
they're going
advice
to tell
I give.
they're going to tell you anything and everything what they can to get you out of your mom, dad's house. They're going to do anything and everything that they can.
Or to get you out of your safe space, yeah.
There you go. So at night, it's about 2:00 that morning, and everybody's like, let's go outside. I said, that's fine. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the freaking barn. I'm going to go. And I swear to you, from the inside of that house to stepping outside to the outside of that house was 2 totally different worlds. It's like my stomach sunk. It's like, oh, man. It's like, I don't know if I want to do this. And for 16 years of doing this, to have that one location to stop me in my tracks is a testament to that location and a testament to what I went through to show you that there is stuff out there that can warn you. So I feel like it's the higher being that whatever my spirit guide was to say, don't fucking go.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
trust me, do not go. Now, the
Spirit
guy
guides are real. Everybody has at least one. Many people have more than one. Most people have 2, 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know how many I have. I've never sat down to really do anything with that. I guess I'm still kind of neutral of trying to open up.
Mm-hmm.
I do on certain occasions because I felt like I have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I had an interview on my old podcast I used to do, which I'm bringing back in January. We're doing some other stuff here, but I interviewed a guy that I have a lot of respect for, which was Rick Hayes. I've known him for years. And I was telling Rick about Octagon Hall, and I said, "Hey, man, this is what's going on." I said, "I can't get over this." I said, "This is something that I have to go back and I have to face myself." And he's like, "Is he in the back walking around?" I went, "Yep." And I said, "He got blamed for something that he didn't do." And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I think he stole a horse, but he didn't steal the horse, and he got blamed for it." And Rick's like, "Yeah." So I go back like the year after, and this is still a saga with this place with me. From now on, I mean, this is like I don't know how to explain it. It's like that's my second home, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's where everything kind of broke down for me.
I've noticed with most paranormal investigators, a lot of them have this kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Buell had it. Zach Bagans, Stacia Underwood. These, and now we're learning about John Marshall having it. It's like they've got something out there that's going to push them, test them, and either make or break them.
Yeah. And it's like I said, I never dreamed that I would ever have this at all. Mm-hmm. I think the attachment really, I don't know if it was a attachment for an attachment that was a test to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To see what I can stand or go through, if that makes sense.
Well, that may not have been its intention,
right.
But in the end, that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
Even though its intention just may be trying to get your attention because maybe he or she, as the case may be, is seeking help.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very
And that puts
strong.
Stace in a very dangerous position. She's a beacon. She's a lighthouse.
John's witnessed that.
Yeah. So
Oh,
like
wow.
the year after we go back. So I faced it, man. I was like, I'm
Got
going
to.
to that freaking barn. I'm going. I'm
Yeah.
going out there. I said, you're not stopping me this time. I said, I am coming to the barn. And before we went out there that night, I walked right up to that bar and I said, you ain't stopping me this time. I said, I'm coming out here. And I said, if you need my help or not, I said, you're going to get it one way or the other. I said, this is going down right now. I went out there that night. I got so sick and so nervous that
Mm.
just within like 30 minutes of being out there, it was a totally different world. And that's when I saw the shadow figure behind the barn. And you got to imagine this is an old barn to where you can see through the cracks and everything like that, you know. And there's a big window in the back, like a big cutout. There's a big hole back there for looks like a window that you can go through. But they should have had back there. But I saw somebody walk. I saw the shadow figure walk, and I saw its feet, and it walked right behind the barn. It didn't set off any of the equipment except for one time, and it got to that window, and it just stopped, and it was gone.
Mm.
And I said, so do you need my help or not? I said, I'm here. I said, you came to me. I said, what's the deal? I said, was this just for something for me to come and conquer? Was this my test? Was this something that I had to do? I still don't know my answer.
You will. You will.
Hope so. I feel like what me and Stacia did a couple weeks ago to help one cross. I feel like that was kind of my, I don't know. I guess my my trial. I guess I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to
I
say.
would call that a moment of awakening, a
Yeah,
moment of awareness.
yeah.
Because
You
right
know,
then, I think when you saw this happen, you realized it makes a difference.
yeah, and I really didn't. And Robert's the only one that I could really sit down and talk to about this because you know he gets me, he understands me, and
Yeah. Well,
he's like,
that's me
well,
for Stace,
yeah, he's like,
or
dude, you know,
that's Stace for me, I should say.
yeah,
I made the comment on the way back tonight. I said, I don't know if what we do always makes a difference. And then on the way home, I had this picture in my head. And the picture was me sitting at the lake and a raindrop hitting the lake and the ripple.
mm.
Everything makes a difference. Everything, be it good or bad, inaction, that makes a difference too.
Yeah. That place, I'll tell you that place really opened me up,
Did me too. That's what got all
and
this started.
it
April.
it that was the first one that really pushed me to my limits with that. But there's also a situation that happened to where it was really emotional too because of the little girl named Lily that's down
Mhm.
there. She came through the apps that we use, and man, what that little girl got done to her, I hope to God that guy's getting destroyed where he's at right now. And I don't mean any ill will, malicious intent toward anybody, but for what you did, to somebody like that, man, a child. I know it's in the Civil War era time, but man, it's not
Uh,
right. I don't care what
well, let
era.
me tell you my thought on that, and I may get some slack over this.
2 words, public hanging.
Yeah. Somebody told me the other day I'd mentioned something like what Stacey just said, or I alluded to that. And they said, because before that we'd been talking about Charlie Kirk and the tragedy that happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, well, that's not very Charlie Kirk like. And I looked right at her and said, who the hell told you I was Charlie Kirk? I
Yeah.
said, I'm not
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk. I'm Chris Slone.
Right.
I said, let me tell you, I said, if you're looking for sympathy for anybody that murders, rapes, hurts another human being or a child, I want you to get Webster's dictionary out and I want you to look right between the words shit and syphilis. That's where you'll find the only sympathy you're getting from me.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
said, I've got no sympathy for anybody that would hurt, murder, or kill another human being, especially a child. And
Yeah,
I got
and
lucky tonight. I got to witness a bunch of these little kids so excited about getting their treats and dressing up as their favorite superheroes or princesses and ninjas and all kinds of. And I just thought, this is the coolest thing I think I've been a part of since I was probably 10 or 12 years old. Even though I saw people that probably close to my I even looked at Grady at one point. I said, "What's the cutoff age for trick or treating?" He said, "Apparently it's about 36, 37." So I was like, well, I said, "There you go." I said, "Shit." I said, "Next year, maybe I'll dress up as Darth Vader." Well, maybe the mini Vader, maybe the Darth Vader from Spaceballs. So and I'll go as him. I don't know. I said, but it's cool. You know, they were out having fun.
yeah,
And and you could see the how tickled their parents were. They were just ecstatic because again, it's memories.
yeah, exactly.
And you take, when you leave this life, you don't take the money, the cash, the cars, the houses. You take
Nope.
the love. You take love with you. And love also often is it comes from memories build that love. Kayla
Yeah,
said that she's going as a problem for Halloween. Oh, well. I remember once when I was
Good.
12 years old, I almost got my mouth busted by my dad. He said, "What do you want
I
to be when
remember
you
the
grow up?" I
first.
said, "A burden on society."
I remember the first saying that I was a kid. Somebody told me to say this, like, go to somebody's house, tell them that say smell my feet or trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. I was like, okay.
Mhm.
Sure enough, I did, and I about got busted.
Noah took it a step farther. He said, "If you don't, I don't care." What was it? "I'll do something with your underwear or something." I don't know.
I'll put
Oh,
that
I don't know.
in
I'm not really sure, Mary, that is that a good thing or a bad thing that I need to be dressed like Phil Collins? Because Phil Collins is a badass musician, and I
Yep.
cannot carry a note in a bucket.
They said
And
he's
well,
a
I
Miss
can play
Hollywood.
drums to a very, very, very small extent, but I ain't no Phil Collins. That man could look at a drum set and it would just go off.
Chris, you could dress up as a minion.
Oh yeah.
You could dress up as a kiss my ass. You could, yeah, okay, that. Oh
But
Lord.
yeah, Octagon Hall for me, man, was
Good
my, I
thing,
guess
Mary said.
my
Thank you, Mary. Love you bunches. Thank you.
Octagon Hall had to be my trial and tribulation, honestly.
What about you, Stace? And I know
Well,
you've had many.
along the lines of probably the worst thing ever, scariest thing that I walked away from the paranormal world. I walked away for a year. I was done, and this was my passion. It's been my passion since I
I
was a
think I
kid.
know what you're going to say.
And you know the case I'm talking about, and it
You
was
dealt with
where
something
something
excessively dark.
terrible was attached to a child,
Excessively dark. Yep.
and it's a private case, of course, because that's what I've been
Yeah.
doing for the past 10 years, strictly private. And it was horrible. And I actually saw something face to face, smelled it, walked through it, done. I walked out and I said, it does something to you if you've never seen stuff. Then you're like an innocent child. But once you see that there really are these other things in the world,
Mhm.
and you see this stuff with your own eyes, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that these things exist.
They do.
I had a hard time dealing with that. I looked it right in the eye.
It's like Ed Warren that said once,
Yeah, and
the
and the
fairy
thing that
tale
come
is
up the
real.
road on us.
The fairy tale is real.
Yeah, we watched it. We watched a full body. Well, I'm not going to say a full body because the big head came up out of the road where this real horrible wreck was.
Mhm.
How many people was it that killed altogether? 7. Children
Yeah, as a family with
killed.
children.
Multiple
Oh, wow.
children were killed. Multiple people were killed, and we went and sat down there, and I took some equipment, and we just sit there, and with our own eyes, we watched this thing come up out of the road and start to manifest itself in almost like a demonic face. And I hate to use that word, but that's the only thing I can use. It has like horns and teeth and stuff. Yeah, we saw that.
Then we get in the car.
Then we smelled it.
We got in the car then. You took a picture, and it was in the car coming up through the.
I've had things attached to me.
Crazy.
I've had things follow me from these places. I'm telling you, if you're not strong enough to deal with this stuff, do not ask for it. Do not go around looking for it.
Yep.
Do not go around pretending to be. Oh my God, I saw.
Yeah, you get people out here. They get a tape recorder and they go in and they say, "Well, I did an EVP session. I'm a paranormal investigator."
Don't do
It
it.
takes a whole hell of a lot more than
It ain't
that.
worth it.
Yep.
Don't
Oh,
do
I've
it.
been doing this for a couple hours. So how many years you got out of 20 hours? 20
Oh, I watched Ghost Adventures for 10 years. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I've watched Star Wars since I was 6 years old. Don't put a freaking lightsaber in my hand.
Yeah.
I'll
Just
wind up
because you
killing
read,
myself.
and here's the thing, and I'm just being straight up. Just because you read books, you research, and you got
That's
5
not
years of research, that does not mean you
that
got
does.
5 years experience.
It means you got 5 years of research.
Exactly. You're not putting boots on the
It means you
ground and
probably
going.
understand the terminology. You could probably carry on some quasi decent, intelligent conversation with somebody out there in the field. You know,
Yeah.
I asked Lorraine after I'd interviewed her because she was so sweet and so beautifully kind. She was such a wonderful soul, and she had thanked me. She said because I'd asked her a question that nobody had ever asked her, and the question was, if you could go back to when you were 16, would you do anything differently?
Yep.
And she even said, she said, nobody's ever asked me that. She said, but to answer your question, no, because it made me who I am. It brought me to where I'm at. I've got beautiful children, beautiful grandchildren, etc. And after that, she said, now she said, you don't participate in what she called the work. She said, you don't participate in the work, do you, Chris? I said, no, ma'am. She said, do you have an interest in participating in the work? I said, no, ma'am. She said, tell me why that is. I said, because I'm just smart enough to know that I'm not smart enough to pull that off. I said, that's not where my gifts lie. I said, God gives every one of us gifts, and
That's
some
true.
gifts are in the paranormal. I said, my
Absolutely.
gift, I said, is I'm pretty good at talking to people. I make people feel at ease behind a microphone. Because just like tonight, I'm not sitting here interviewing John or Stace. We're all having a conversation. That's what we're doing. We're talking.
Family.
We're family. That's what we're doing.
Right.
I said, but that's where my gifts lie. And I said, now get these really quirky ideas for video. Now you got to remember, this was like back in 2005, 2006. Even then I was thinking video is the way to go. And here we are now coming out with a Last of All and things like that to honor murder victims. And I can't bring a single one of them back, and only the Lord in heaven knows I would if I could, to a degree. But the other side of that is that is extremely selfish of me.
Yeah.
Because where they're at right now, they don't want to come back.
My
Yeah,
mind
they'll come here and they'll check in on us, but in their form, in their time. You know, you get that little breeze, you get that little scent
Right.
of maybe a certain perfume or a cologne that they used to wear, or maybe a clock does something a little funny, or maybe you see something just completely out of the ordinary that you didn't expect. It's hard to see those things, though, while we're consumed with grief.
Remember when I told you in the car tonight? I could smell.
Yeah. Oh, I can
Am
smell
I
all
still
the time.
popping and cracking?
Huh?
Am I still popping and cracking?
A
Yeah.
little.
A little.
I wonder what's up with this thing. It's never done this before.
Is it an iPhone?
Yeah.
That could be something to do with it. But they are here. They are with us. They do check in on us.
Absolutely.
But they have the ability to go anywhere and do anything that they pretty much want. So, yeah, they're going to check in on the people they love. I mean, I had a picture come off the counter the other night, and that thing was scooted 6 or 7 inches back. And it just inexplicably came off the counter.
I was telling you about that, Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. You did.
I was telling her about.
And I could just hear her voice. That little shit ass. I could just hear her voice. That, yeah. She'd be mad at me one minute and love me the next. So
Here's another thing too, is like you can have a game plan going into an investigation, but I guarantee you get there, that game plan's gonna go out the freaking window.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I bet money. That's like
Oh,
having a game plan for a bunch of 6-year-olds going into Chuck E. Cheese. Good luck
Yeah,
with that.
I have tried it many times. Okay, this is what we're going to do here. Set this camera up here, and then when you get there, it's like, oh, wait a second. Well, let's scratch that idea.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
fails. Never fails.
Well, we got a thing going on to support the Mountain Mysteries and Gatherings and all the things that we're trying to do. Started out with Mary, I think, or Kayla. You can, if you guys want to donate, you can do it, and we'd appreciate it. You can do that on ChrisSlone.media. Almost forgot. Good Lord, my own website. ChrisSlone.media. You got a PayPal and Venmo on there. I'm telling you, John, it takes me 3 hours to watch 60 Minutes. Yeah. Don't ask Lloyd because he's still trying to figure out how much time is in 60 Minutes. So
he's trying to Google it.
Yeah, he's Googling it right now. I just about hold up your phone there and show us, Lloyd. Come on. So there he is. You just stick that head in there. That's it. But you're right. The spirits don't have game plan energy. Kayla's right. They don't.
No.
What they have is love. And, a lot of times, and I think that the reason that they don't just pop in on us is because they don't want to scare us. They don't want to frighten us.
They're in a different place than we are.
A much better place.
A different plane.
Every Indian survivor I've
thin.
ever talked to said, I went home. And they all called it the same thing. Home.
Yeah.
I went home. This isn't home. This is a temporary stop. They went home. Now think about that for a minute.
And you hear all these people too that say, "Oh, don't there's a little kid here or whatever," and it's like, it drives me up the wall, man. It drives me up the wall. And you can have your own beliefs. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Everything in this world is not freaking evil. It's
not. It's not.
It's not.
No.
What if
you've got these guys that get out here, these idiots, these numbnuts on YouTube and all these other channels that say,
right,
oh, we're in the presence of a demonic spirit. And what it is a freaking loose water pipe banging.
Or somebody's stomach rumbled. And you're like, oh, God, what was that?
That's when I want to call James Woods. Said, remember that skit you did in Scary Movie Part 2? Lord, help me exorcise this demon. And it turns out he's sitting on the pot, trying to get rid of that enchilada. But that's what I'm sitting there thinking of this. I'm like,
what if it's a child looking for their mom?
Right.
Yeah, well, what if a little kid comes?
I have encountered that before.
Yeah.
Zach Bagans will tell you that. Ryan Buell will tell you that. Lorraine Warren has said that to me. She said, Chris, out of all the cases that Ed and I investigated while doing the work, a very small percentage was actually truly paranormal.
Yeah.
She said a lot of it could be easily explained. She said maybe a loose water pipe or maybe a house settling or creaking. She said that does happen. She said, and most of the things that we investigated, that's what we found. She said, but there were those.
Good call.
That would blow your mind. That's what I love Lorraine so much. She was brutally honest because she didn't know how to be anything else.
Yeah.
There was a lady who had a radio and she listened to the radio all the time.
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, she didn't get it turned off all the way. It was very hard to get this radio turned off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she had a metal pipe that was very, it wasn't insulated really good through her wall. So,
sure.
And I'm not making fun of it at all whatsoever because this could easily happen. So the antenna would still receive, but it would pick up from the metal pipe.
They do that.
And it would get loud. It would get loud at certain points and all that. And she couldn't get it turned off. So when it would pick up and hit it, guess what? There'd be a big spike through the speakers, and she thought, something's going on with her house haunted. It wasn't. Mm-hmm. I thought that was very interesting. I was like, wow, that could easily mess with somebody and make them think that they really have paranormal activity, and they don't. And some things can very well be explained, but there's some that you just have to put to the side and go, if it's not normal, it must be paranormal.
Well, all paranormal means is something outside the ordinary that science can't explain.
Exactly. It's outside the box.
That science as we know can't explain. But, talking about that, I told Stace this the other day when we went and filmed some scenes for Last to Fall. Many of you know I spent years in radio. Well, up by the location of a certain radio station's tower, people built a house, beautiful house. Put a metal roof on it.
Oh,
Now, what is right beside of their house? An 866-foot stick broadcasting from the top of Frigamall Mountain
oh wow.
with enough microwave radiation to literally, if you get up there close enough, it'll cook a turkey. That's not a joke.
Dang.
Now, guess what kind of roof they put on their house?
10.
Yes, metal. Mhm. So one day I'm at this particular station. I get a call. We hear your AM coming through our toaster. And I sat there and I went, what? And she said, your AM is coming through our toaster. And I said, so you've got the ghost of Rush Limbaugh conquering your walls. You prick, it ain't funny. I said, actually, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I said, you built it 40 yards from the transmitter site, 50 yards from the tower, put a metal roof on it, and you can't figure out what's going on. I said, lady, I said, you got two choices. Change your roof or move.
Yeah.
I said, that location has been licensed by the Federal Communications Commission since 1979.
Yeah.
It's got the coordinates on it right there on the
EMF, high EMF will give you migraines. You will see things.
Yes, they will. You will start to see things.
Then I've
You'll
had
get sick.
and this couple,
if I parked a station close enough to your tower, Stace, Lloyd would start to look like Brad Pitt.
And it will, if
Legend
you
of the
have
Fall
like,
Brad Pitt.
to these people on some cases that I've been on.
if you have arthritis, like real bad, like rheumatoid arthritis, you're screwed. I
Yeah.
mean, it will
They don't-
absolutely
Don't
break
sleep
you
with
down.
these by your head. Don't sleep with these. If you plug them in, whatever, put them on the nightstand, put them somewhere away from your head, unless you want migraines,
Right.
arthritis, pain. Your hand. Keep
They
these away. These right here will go off so majorly on an EMF meter. It's enough to make you sick.
Do you feel like certain, well, I mean, like everybody should have like and I've been thinking about this and I know it's crazy, but I've been thinking about like when I pass and I'm some, God forbid, whatever, if I pass and you guys are still here and somebody wants to like ask if I'm around, I thought about like coming up with like a code name or something other.
Yeah,
like
we need to do that, John.
Yeah.
We need to do that.
I want to be known as the creepy yoga guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to come back on an EVP and I'm going to say, little one is flexible. Yes. And now we will do the yoga.
Chris,
Yeah.
tell them about my new shirt idea.
What, the Slap Lloyd? That was Stacia's idea.
Scarred Lloyd.
Oh, Scarred Lloyd.
Oh, now Scarred Lloyd? Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Slap Lloyd. I was going to say Stace came up with that idea. Not just Scared Lloyd, but Slap Lloyd. And I was like, that's my girl.
Like if I pass, like when I pass away and somebody does an EVP session and I come back, I want to be laughing and having fun, joking around.
I mean, yeah.
If you come back to check on people, that's what it'll be. Because you won't want to leave there.
And I'm going to haunt the hell out of people that don't like me because I'm sure going to be right there with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you'll discover when you get there is that it's all about love. And remember, forgiving people that have done you wrong, it's not about them, it's about you. It took me a long time to learn that lesson. My mom tried to teach it to me when I was a kid. I didn't listen. Dad tried to teach it to me. I didn't listen. But finally, I learned it. Somebody who is no longer here taught me that. But she was right.
Yeah.
It's about you.
You're pretty
it's
much
about your peace.
Yeah, you're a prisoner of it if you don't let it go.
You're absolutely right.
Why let that ruin you when you have your own life? Why worry about that? Just go and be yourself and be happy. You got one life.
Right.
That's it. Tomorrow's not granted.
No, it's not. It's not. That's why I say that me as a content creator, Stace, you're also a content creator with me. But you're also a paranormal investigator. John, you're a paranormal investigator, and you create content. You have a podcast. But we need to not forget to pay some attention to life and those of us who are still here around us every day.
Yeah.
Hey, Jessica Preston, so good to see you, sweetheart. Shannon
Yes.
Connell, it could be, honey. It could be while you're getting migraines periodically. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
I'm telling you, watch about that.
Yep.
oh,
He's just
wow.
waiting to
Taylor
find
said
out his medication leader.
stretchy pants and all-day Nacho Libre. That's
Yeah.
Kayla. So
Yeah.
maybe she's giving you a hint there, John. Maybe you can call yourself Nacho Libre. The
Let me tell you
wrestler.
something. Jogging pants and just laying around and watching some football and ghost stories, man, that's up my alley, and let's go.
I wore my festive shirt.
Yes.
I
that is
had
a cool Pennywise, I gotta say.
I tried to find my Michael Myers shirt and I couldn't find it, so I just went my Metallica.
You know, I was kind of disappointed in it. We
Yeah.
only saw one Michael Myers. Saw several
wild.
Jasons, but we only saw one person as Michael Myers, dressed up as Michael Myers. And to me, that dude is beyond scary. That dude's got his own vibe.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
people just run and run and run. He never speeds up.
Have y'all watched the new Ed Gein?
No, and I want
No,
to.
I've not seen it.
Ed Gein, whatever. Well,
I think
it's gross. It's terrible.
Look, I'm going to say this right now, and
Well, he was
people
pretty
can
sick.
judge me,
Oh my
whatever.
God, they try to romanticize him, and they really.
He was a freaking twisted serial killer.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to make him look sweet and like a little mommy's boy, and I mean, they're trying. I just
Who
like
plays him in that?
horrible. Jax from
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie, yes, he plays.
How the hell did they get Charlie Hunnam to play?
They taped his eye down and everything, and I mean, he looks like him, and I mean, it was disgusting.
Really?
Man, Charlie Hunnam's awesome.
He was great. I mean, he did a great job.
Oh God, he was awesome in Sons of Anarchy. He was the reason I watched it.
And they
I'm a
put a lot of stuff
collector.
in there that was unnecessary about trying to make him look like a good guy and for us to understand him. There ain't no understanding that. That was he dug up dead bodies and then it had him, with them.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah, and then he cut their parts off and put them in a box, and he saved a nice little box of things over there. I mean, it's just.
I'm a collector of stuff. I would love to, and this is just me, just because of just the simple fact of the occult and everything like that. I would love to have something from Ed Gein.
You like a box of vulvas from Ed Gein?
It'd be something very specific. It wouldn't be.
I agree with you all. You know, people in chat, like Kayla and Jess.
And it shows the people selling his stuff.
He did a really good job. Charlie Hunnam's a great actor.
Oh my God,
he's awesome.
Listen, he could listen. He walked.
So they're selling his stuff.
Do what?
They're selling his stuff, Stacia.
Look, if you go and watch it on Netflix, this is what I'm talking about, right? So it shows behind the scenes, like it's showing you things that are going on in the media, and it's supposed to be real life, stuff going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's got him, talking to his mom. He hears her, so he's always doing right by her while he's murdering these people and digging up these corpses and all this stuff. Anyway, whenever they put him in jail, these people like get in his house and they go in there and they're like selling stuff, and there was nothing left in his house by the time anybody.
I would love just to have some of the dirt from the property.
You can get that.
I know it's weird, but I'm just
as
a collector. Like I've seen where some of the World War II veterans have got sand and dirt from every place they've been to. Lucky enough, got to come home.
Yeah.
And of course, he wanted women's underwear. He loved all the women's underwear, and he wanted bras and panties and things like that. And he found a woman that really accepted him. And then he ended up blowing her brains out and then cutting her up and hanging her up like a pig in the barn.
That's like the Bates Motel. That's like the Bates Motel crap. Am I right? No,
and it showed him killing his brother, his own flesh and blood. I was like, oh wow, this is. They're going to try to make him into us thinking had the heart.
I just don't understand.
The real one is terrible. But the end of it was pretty cool. It showed him like how they made him look like on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It showed him as a ghost coming after people with the chainsaw.
And swinging
it around and all that. You know how he did that in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Doing that.
Some people don't even realize that's where Texas Chainsaw Massacre came from. That's the whole idea where it came from.
Right.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jessica
Cypher
said that Zach Bagans has the cauldron from Ed Gaines'
from
I saw
house
that.
in his museum. I did not know that.
Don't he have the Dr. Kevorkian van too, Chris?
He does. He's got the van too.
Yep.
Yep. Zach's got all kinds of stuff.
Zach is just. Whew.
And who's John Wayne Gacy? Don't he have his brain or something like that? Piece of it?
I don't know.
I thought
There's
maybe.
clown suit, one of them, I think.
Do what? What'd you say, Louis?
Another sicko.
Yeah.
Well, my daughter had a fascination with Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, just as what he had done. She asked me once if I knew anything about it. I said, the only thing I know about that guy is that he was a cannibal and his favorite place to eat was Five Guys. And she just looks at me. And without missing a beat, she goes, "You're done, Dad. You're done.
You're done.
Every time he
You're
starts,
done.
with
Time
her,
out.
she
You're
goes,
done."
"You're done."
I get that a lot from her, apparently.
And I was he told me tonight I'm done, and I had some comments.
Well, think about what the comments were. I said, "Stace, you're done.
You
You're
know
done.
me, I'm
Just-
dirty minded. I say some dirty stuff here and there. You know,
Well, actually, it's quite entertaining. So
it was funny. I mean,
it did have humor about it. Yes, it
You
did.
have to have and I tell the guys, and I love my team. I absolutely love my team that I have right now. Me and
I love
Robert
your
do.
team too.
This is a team that freaking meshes. I mean, there's just absolutely, it's great. You know, one if you're talking about something, one will pick up and throw an advice, another one will help out, do whatever. It's just, I'm telling you, this team is, I wouldn't take anything for any member on this team at all. Period. You know, we have fun.
And that is how you learn things. That is how you move
Yeah.
forward.
It's like
When
even though
nobody's
you're
competing
doing
with the other person
right,
to get, to be the better of this or that or the other, when everybody works together.
Help people. Help.
How many times have I said, Stace, nobody works for me.
Yeah.
People work with me. I work
like
with people.
it doesn't matter how serious the case is. Yeah, you take it serious, but you have to break that seriousness, because if you do not break it, it will mentally drive you crazy.
People
It
will
will
do better
mentally
work.
break you.
People will do better work for you when they respect you and they feel comfortable, as opposed to when they feel like they are under
At
the
a
gun.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, you could be a hell of a preacher. No, honey, I don't know enough scripture for that. I do believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. My views are conservative. I am pro-life. I believe in God's plan for us all. I think that God has a reason for every single one of us being here. But as far as scripture goes, I really couldn't quote that much to you. John 3:16, for he so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And other than that, there's Genesis 1:1 in the beginning. Yep. But I have been told I would make a great speaker, a great motivational speaker and things.
Because you are one.
Well, I was blessed to be able to get up, and I think I blew everybody's mind. But I was able to get up last Friday night in front of, they had this wonderful, wonderful celebration of life for breast cancer survivors. And it was also kind of a memorial to the loved ones that we've lost to that god-awful disease. And of course, she introduced me to Slone Media, and he worked at this radio station and that one, and he's done this and he's done that. And I was like, Rhonda was just a super sweet human being, super sweet lady. She said he'd like to talk to you a little bit about what they do. Nobody saw this coming, I don't think. I got up there and I turned around, took the microphone and said, I'm not going to talk about me. I said, if somebody wants to know what I do, approach me. I said, I want to talk about you, because every single one of you out here is a symbol of hope.
Yeah.
I said, in a world that is dark, in a world that has more negative energy than positive, we need all the positives we can get. And I want to thank every one of you for being that symbol of hope to somebody else, because your story matters. And that was pretty much the gist of it. And I got off stage. I said a few other things and I went. I didn't mention baby girl's name there, Stace. Mention what you're watching now, Gatherings. And I wanted to leave people with hope. This life does continue. These bodies are temporary. They are going to give out. There's nothing we can do. And people have asked me, well, if that's the case, why is it that you think some people struggle to move on? Lloyd, I am going to shove a red hot poker right up your. Lloyd said, I got the perfect face for radio. Thanks, Lloyd. I appreciate that. And I said, look, it's not uncommon to fear death because death is the great unknown. We don't know anything about what happens after we die.
Yeah.
Even though it's right there in the Bible, it tells us to be absent and the body is to be present with the Lord. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, okay, well, we know what happens then. You're with God, you're with Jesus, or whatever your original. God has many names, maybe Buddha, maybe Allah, maybe whatever. See, where we get things screwed up is in the religion thing itself, because religion is man-made. Man has a great, beautiful, wonderfully long history of screwing everything up, don't we? Yeah, we do. So now, yeah, Lloyd, exactly. I'm pretty sure that you're Adam reincarnated. You took a bite of the apple. Congratulations. Hey, no wonder you won't ask Stace where she wants to eat. So with that being said, though, all joking aside, we fear what we don't understand and what we don't know. We don't completely understand death. We don't until we get there.
Right.
But I'll tell you what I've learned from numerous people that I've talked to that have had near-death experiences. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's actually, if you accept it and if you say, okay, my time is now. You go and you go very peacefully, and it's very quick. It's very gentle. God does not want you to suffer. He loves you. And I'm guessing, and I'm not going to speak for him because I have no right and I have no authority. The only thing that gives me any authority to say what I'm about to say is that I love you. I think he would say, love me. I love you. Why don't you love me? Why won't you come to me? Come to me when it's time. And I will show you things I will show you a love you cannot imagine. I will show you sights that you could never, ever believe. Because who was it? Maybe it was Albert Einstein once that said, we use maybe 7 or 8% of our brain. Well, when you're a spirit, you have access to everything. You know the answers. God gives you the answers to everything. But right now, that's why they say we couldn't possibly wrap our minds around it. And they're right. They're absolutely right. We couldn't.
And you'll know when God's talking to you.
Do I miss Trevor?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, you will. You will know it because he speaks straight to your heart. He don't speak to your head because he knows your heart's smarter than your head's ever going to be. Do I miss Trevor?
That conversation I had with the spirit that me and Stace was talking about, of all the stuff that I deal with, and so much on the fence of believer, non-believer. I was like, here I'm telling this guy about God. Here I'm the one that don't hardly. I don't get it. Why?
Yeah.
You will in time.
Yep.
John. But I miss everybody I've lost. I miss them. I miss Trevor. I miss Ollie. I miss Robin horribly. There's times I can smell her. I can smell her perfume.
Me too.
I can feel her hugs. There's times I can feel Trevor's hugs. There's times, I feel Ollie walking up around me and putting his arm around me. I miss my mom and dad. But let me tell you something else that I've learned from these what I call NDE, near-death experience survivors, or the people that have went and come back. There is a point. Typically, it comes from what I've learned, according to them, after your life reviews. And yeah, you got a couple of them that you're going to go through. One good and one that's going to make you go, oh, God, yeah, I did do that. I did say that. It's called the reunion. When you see them again. When you see your mom, you see your dad, you see your grandparents. And there's nobody judging you. They're loving you. They're accepting you. They're welcoming you. But you've got to learn certain things before you can get to that point. That's what this is all about. It's a learning process. I do believe that. And I don't know why I'm talking so much about this tonight, but I feel led to. And this ain't my brain leading me. It's my heart. So that tells me it's coming from someplace other than me.
It's probably me.
You are wise and all-knowing. Great, great Swami John.
Hey,
Jumping
listen,
John. Great Swami Jumping John.
John has that grounding. He grounds me out too.
John is a pretty smart
He
fellow.
is. I really, I like working with him.
At least you didn't say it's coming from Lloyd.
And I don't mean to bring it out. It happened. It's just there.
It's just who you are, John. It happens.
Right.
Like I've been told by many people, and they've told me that spirits are very easy to come to me because of anybody else. They're like, you don't pass judgment.
Right.
You don't.
Well, it's not our job to pass judgment. It's
Right,
not yours.
exactly.
It's not mine. It's not
They're
Stacia's.
They're like, you're the one that will listen. You're the one that will not judge. You're the one that will hear their story and hear their side and find the truth.
Right. And I do it. You know.
I'm like, well, shouldn't we all do that?
Right.
Well, we should. But do we all?
No.
No, we don't.
And like I said earlier, I have no problem of being their voice, and I have no problem with them.
That's right. Me too.
Coming to me. I have no problem with that. It's just sometimes I'm so overwhelmed with stuff at locations, I don't know what to do.
Well, yeah, that's called empathy.
I just have to walk out sometimes.
I got a really big thing with empathy. Stace says I'm empathic, very, and I guess. I mean, it's just one of those things. I just do it, and I open myself up to it because doing what we do, if I can't convey the emotion, then it's a real problem for me to tell the story. It is. So it's about 10:30, and I know you guys are tired. And first off, we want to thank everybody for being on here and watching with us tonight. And we remind you that Mountain Mysteries and Gatherings T-shirts and caps and all that stuff, they're available now. Mountain Mysteries or Facebook.com/The Mountain Mysteries. John, tell me about your podcast that you're going to be bringing back in January.
Yeah, I am going to be working on a project with a friend of mine. We are going to bring a new podcast about paranormal and other things.
That'd be cool.
Along that way, and plus I may bring back Bod's Mayhem Hour to do my music show again. I'm not 100% sure on that.
You had some pretty cool guests before on that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've met some of my idols, man, my heroes when I was a kid, and got to meet them, and it's pretty crazy. I feel very lucky and blessed I had those opportunities.
Oh yeah.
We got several projects that we're working on for next year.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see a couple of these projects that will be announced I can't say where, but some people's going to be shocked. And we got stuff this weekend going on. Do you care if I say that? Okay.
No.
Tomorrow night, we're doing our Halloween live stream from the Stafford house. That's from 8 till midnight. You can watch it on there.
Cool. That'll be pretty cool.
That place is absolutely 100% active. 100% active. You can watch the live stream on two ways. You can watch it on our TikTok page, and you can watch it on our public Facebook page. I will be upstairs on the TikTok page. The girls will be downstairs on the public page on Facebook. So you're going to get two opportunities to watch two streams in two different locations at the house, which I think is pretty cool. And then after 2 hours, we'll switch. Saturday is our last chance, or Saturday is your last chance to come down to do a public ghost hunt with us from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And with the time change, you'll get an extra hour, no problem. For $25, you can come down. I don't care if you're a novice. I don't care if you're a seasoned veteran. if you just want to come down and learn about the paranormal, the equipment, how we do things, then come down with us because we will show you. And this is not what you're going to see on TV is what you're going to get. You're not going to get that at all. Because what you see on TV and YouTube is for clicks. That's it. That's all. This is real legitimate stuff that we do. We're not there to change your mind any way, shape, form, or fashion. The house will do it for you. So I will say
I've been told people walked in there skeptics and walked out believers.
They have. They've been 3 already.
Yeah, I can believe that.
3 already.
Like I said, I'm what you call an optimistic skeptic. I'm skeptical, but I keep an open mind. Until, if Stace comes to me and says, Chris, this place is, then I'm like, okay. That's
the first time I ever heard like legit that I knew it was absolutely footsteps was at the Stafford house, and that was last year. I had footsteps come up the first flight of steps, all the way up to the second flight of steps, up to the top of the landing, and I'm like, come on in. I'm sitting here waiting on you. I mean,
don't be a stranger. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting right here, pull up a chair, and the 2 guys that was with me, man, they were about ready to make another door outside and get out. I was like, this is what.
Well, I can't help but think they're there for a reason.
Oh yeah, they're watching over their house, man. It's their house.
They're there for a reason. They are.
And that house comes to life when there's a lot of people there, and I felt like that was a gathering of good times for people. Mm-hmm. So, but that's what we have going on.
It sounds like a lot of fun. So people just show up. Is that all they got to do? Okay.
Show up at the Stafford house, pull around to the back, come to the side door, come on in.
It's right there by the Veterans Bridge in Painesville.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
For anybody that wouldn't know. Like we said, we got the T-shirts done. Cookie's been printing them up pretty quick. The special edition memorial shirts, it's got all the names on the back. Plus, you can get the Mountain Mysteries shirts. You can get shirts that say Chris Slone, Stacia Underwood's Gatherings, Scared Lloyd shirts. And all you got to do is just tell Stace, or not Stace, but Cookie, exactly what kind of design you want on there. We've got those. We got the ball caps. And soon we'll have like the wristbands and stuff like that too, if you guys want those. That was Stacia's idea, which I think is great. But there's a lot of stuff there going on. And, of course, next week we'll be getting into turkey season.
Oh yeah! Wow, already.
Yeah, I know it's. Yeah, Cody and I were talking about that the other day. I don't see that. I just don't know where the time's gone.
Yeah, next month will be 26 or 27 years since my dad passed away on my cousin's birthday.
Shoot.
Yeah, I was 18 when my dad passed away. So it's either grow up or let life destroy you, and I chose the other route.
Well, I'm glad you chose the other route.
I took the suicide knot and said, you know what? I'm not taking this route.
Right.
So I'm lucky to be here.
Well,
we're glad
we're lucky you're here. We're glad
I'm here for a reason. So
yes, you are. There's no doubt.
See your buddy over here.
And
that's my buddy.
Everybody out there's got a reason to be here.
Yeah.
Even if they think they don't, you do. You have a reason to be here.
Yeah, I started my Bod's Mayhem Hour radio podcast because, Metallica saved my life, so why can't I pay it forward to have some
Man, James Hetfield's raw. He's awesome.
Like, why can't I introduce somebody else to a band that they'll fall in love with and maybe they'll save their life one day, Why can't I pay it forward? So that's what I did.
Nobody, when you talk about metal, Metallica, Ozzy, Iron Maiden, etc., people talk about all the negative. Listen to the freaking lyrics.
They don't matter.
Yeah.
Listen to the lyrics. You're going to see what they're about. Listen to Ozzy. Listen to Metallica, James Hetfield.
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
You got to listen. It's like this. It's like I always said. It's like they're writing from emotions.
Yes.
They're writing from their heart. They're writing, from what they've experienced and what they see with their own eyes. They're writing from that aspect and that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And we take that as we take it as we take it. We take it as a different way as they put it out to be put out. And it's so weird that we do that. Like, this is like the reason why I say, like, I don't know, November Rain was put out, but yet somebody else takes it in a different way.
Yeah.
So I think that music is it's a drug for everybody. It's your therapy.
It's all
Yep.
on how you take it.
That's the truth.
It is something to where it can take you away for a couple hours and just detox from everything that's toxic about this world. Seriously.
What a gift.
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're okay. You're okay. But with that being said, we are going to go ahead and say goodnight to everybody and wish you a very happy Halloween. And I hope that all your little ghosties got all kinds of treats tonight and they're home safe and warm and tucked in. And remember, guys, there's never a promise of tomorrow. So if you love somebody, tell them that you love them. And let me be the first tonight, well, again, to say I love you. And can't wait to see you back here next Thursday. Until then, stay safe, stay warm, because it's just going to get colder from here. I got that feeling. And we'll see you Saturday. So it's Stacia, I love you, sweetheart.
Love you too.
John, love you, buddy. And thanks for being on with us tonight.
Yeah, I love you all too, my man. Love you all too.
Have a good night, everybody. May God bless you and keep you. And until next week, as always, stay mysterious.
See y'all.
See ya.